it just feels like you could have, for the first time in I don't know how long, 2 1,000-yard wide receivers on this team in Deebo Samuel and Brandon Aiyuk. But if we have to pick one, I'm still going to go with Aiyuk.
How about you, Jack?
Yeah, I would go with Deebo Samuel. I do think that he's going to have a big year. I think out of the two, he's the more electric player. The better wide receiver, just as a wide receiver, is Brandon Aiyuk. But when you add everything together that Deebo Samuel does, he's the better player.
Yep.
And the biggest thing when you get to Deebo Samuel is how are they going to utilize him? I think that's the biggest question to ask there. Because if you look at what he was as a rookie and in 2021, those 2 seasons, they actually threw the ball to him down the field. I know he was healthy those years, but they actually took the opportunity to throw it down the field. In 2019, it was like 7.5 yards per attempt. It was his average depth of target. And then in 2021, it was like 8.5. Those number dropped to like 2.2 in 2000 and 4.7 last year, right around that number, 4.3, I think it was actually. And you get Deebo Samuel the ball down the field, and he's going to make guys miss. And I'd rather have him doing that against safeties and cornerbacks and linebackers and defensive linemen. Get him down the field, let him make big plays. We saw that last year in games. And if they get back to utilizing him in that manner, I think he's going to get right back into that 1,500-yard range in terms of total yards receiving, if that's the way that Kyle Shanahan chooses to utilize him. The only reason that I'm not on the Aiyuk side of this discussion is because last year, I think part of the reason that we saw his numbers continue to go up was because Deebo Samuel wasn't healthy. Deebo Samuel wasn't on the field all the time. And so that's the only reason why I'm not sure if he's going to keep ascending the way that we've seen, or if there's going to be a little bit leveling off. I'm not talking about in the level of his play, but just in the way that his numbers come out. Because he's a really good route runner. He's just not the same dynamic player after he gets the ball, but he is definitely a better route runner and those types of things. So I'm high on Brandon Aiyuk. I'm just not sure if he's going to get enough attempts to really make those numbers look the same.